I want them to be like porn star.
Bruh. Wifey material. Okay. What about you?
You know, from the message I sent you, I took issue with this. I think we're all better than a number. All of us.
Facts.
Okay.
If you want me to give you my rating, I can
Sure.
and why I do it, but
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
negative 10.
You're negative 10.
Yep.
Don't stop.
What if you embalmed yourself?
Well, when you embalm, it's not you're trying to make someone look nice and presentable, but it's not plastic surgery, so you're not.
I know. Somewhat facetious joke.
But
they put on makeup on them, right?
Yeah.
The bodies.
For much of my life, I've been told I'm deeply unattractive. I've never dated in high school. People like the rating scale, especially when you're in high school.
I have something for you.
Now, I know you're not a natural beauty, but I think with the right clothes and the right look, you could be very striking.
No, I know
No?
I'm ugly.
Oh,
I'm sure your
okay.
chat's having a fun time telling me how gross and worthless I am.
Please
so.
don't ever say that ever again.
So and that's what I took
okay.
issue with, is because I see how bad that kind of stuff can be. Like I'm in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program with an 11-year-old girl, and she's already worrying about her weight, and it's just so destructive. And I've had to deal with an eating disorder, and I got so much therapy.
Well, yeah,
it's bad.
You wrote that the rating thing, it's destructive to the mental health of many people.
Yes, and it's not just women, it's men. Like, I know with social media and a lot of young guys, they're doing that looks maxing thing, and it's just really toxic and sad, because your looks should be your least interesting thing about you.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, but there's two different things here that we have to differentiate. There's the looks rating, and then there's generalized vanity. So even if we were all so above it, and we were above rating people on a 1 to 10 scale, that wouldn't do away with people's desire to be good looking and attractive. So that's kind of a different thing here.
I guess
we're talking about vanity.
I guess looking your best is one thing, but I feel like when people are trying to look their best, they're measuring up to someone else. Like, for example, you want to look like Sydney Sweeney, and I think you look great the way you are. But
it's just fun to have big boobs.
Aren't your boobs already big?
It'd be funner.
Oh, she wants more fun, more
the
bigger.
Funnest.
Okay.
And I have I call him my pseudo stepson, but my fiance's had a son that lived with us since he was 10. He's 18 now, and he went through a bad period of time where he was dealing with an eating disorder. I just don't wish that on anyone.
But I'm not sure the specifically the 1 to 10 rating question or system does away from the broader societal vanity. So my rating, the looks rating 1 to 10, whether it existed or not, people would still engage in vanity, comparison, wanting to look their best. So my question is, how specifically is the rating system destructive? Because I think the rating question relates to truth and being able to accurately assess yourself. I think the rejection of truth is destructive for one's mental health and society.
I disagree. I mean, people, I hear, especially growing up, especially when I went to high school, guys always would give you just a rating, unsolicited or not. Or sometimes, growing up social media.
Women do it too.
It's not right. I don't think it's right anyone does it.
Well, I don't think you should, hold on. I don't think you should walk up to somebody and be like, you're a fucking 4, ugly person. You should, clearly, but when we're just having a sort of analytical conversation about this, we're asking somebody's rating, I don't really think it's going to be a massive source for insecurity.
I don't know. And when I watch the videos, you have either shorts with people commenting or the live chat.
Okay.
Anytime anyone rates them, a lot of the chat's just like, oh, well, they're this much lower. They're so ugly. Ha ha ha. And
well,
I
most
just think
of that,
that's really hurtful.
I suppose, but I mean, if you've spent even a day on the internet, you know that even if you make tasteful cooking videos or whatever, or play video games, people are going to leave nasty comments on YouTube. But as it relates to that specific thing, and look, I can promise you, even men or women who make benign, whatever kind of content, they're going to face criticisms of all kinds. Welcome to the internet. That's been the case for decades at this point. Well, especially since the invention of social media, YouTube comments have always been pretty nasty. And it's not even my stuff. Like, you, again, go look up a girl who makes cooking videos. There will be nasty comments.
I know, it's
but
not right.
Sure, it's wrong. But I do think with these videos about the looks ratings, if a woman is like a 5 and she calls herself a 6, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. Don't care. Not going to call her out. But if a woman's a 5 and she calls herself a 10, I think that's fair game for criticism. So, look, I'll give somebody like plus or minus a point or two. I'll give them a bit of leeway from my own assessment, which is always very accurate, by the way. I'm very accurate with my ratings. But for an average woman to say she's a 10, that's where we get into this territory of like clear, ridiculous delusion.
But then we also like, what's defining our looks?
Yeah, beauty
Yeah,
is in
what's the
eye of the
standard?
beholder.
I love
Because like
this
everyone has
question.
different
Yeah.
like you could
subjective.
literally
You know what?
like
Let's do
like
this.
like
Oh, go ahead,
just
go ahead.
not like
Eyes of
someone
the
like me, like
beholder.
that someone has my traits, my color, my like it could be a lot
No,
of things that
I can make fairly unbiased determinations as to like across races. Like I can be like, that's a beautiful black woman. That's a beautiful that's an ugly white woman. So I believe while I might have like my own preferences when it comes to dating or whatever, I can still mostly make a fairly reasonable determination, I think. Let's do this. Before we dive into the criticisms of the looks rating thing, let's get everybody's looks rating, then we'll dive in. What do you rate yourself?
8.5, 9.
Okay. Do you want to give a real rating or you?
No, I really do think I don't even know what I look like. That sounds weird.
All right,
but
that's fine.
I don't.
I'll just put X. Okay, 8.5. What about you?
I know that you said it's delusion, but I'm going to give myself a 10.
Okay. No, that's look.
Period. As you should.
I won't give you any grief at the moment. What about you, Sina?
A 6.
A 6.
Oh.
Okay. You Sina, you are you pander. Pander. You're a panda. Never mind.
Like the animal?
Yes. You're like a cute panda bear. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anyways, whatever. All right. What about you?
I've always said 10, so I'm just going to
Period.
stand on business.
Period.
And say
Slay
10.
queen. Oh my God.